Good morning. Today's practice will be just a short 15-minute class, perfect for if you've been traveling. As you can see, I'm in my hotel room traveling, and you may have been sitting on a plane, sitting in a car, or even sitting at your desk for a long time. This practice will feel great to help stretch out your back, your hips, your hamstrings, keep your blood flow going, keep your circulation moving, and keep a nice healthy digestive system. So hop on your mat and we'll get started. We'll just take the feet nice and wide, a little bit wider than hip width distance. Interlace your fingers behind you. Get the arms as straight as you comfortably can. You might hold a strap here. Take a deep breath in. Broaden across the top of your collarbones. Roll your shoulders back and down. And then bring a little bend into your knees. Keep the shape with the arms and fold forward. Take a few deep breaths here. You might flip the palms to the sky. Press your shoulders up away from your ears. Just let your head hang heavy. And then release the hands down, either fingertips to the floor or opposite elbow. And take a little swing side to side. Little pendulum swing through your torso. And keep breathing. And then we'll get a little bit lower with our forward fold. Bend your knees a lot so your chest rests on the top of the thighs. The head hangs heavy. Release your hands down to the floor and squat all the way down. So this is good to get into your hips. You might rock a little bit side to side. Then we'll come back to that forward fold, straighten the legs. You might have your hands up on a block here. Stretch the back of the legs. You might find that little hip movement side to side. And re-bend the knees. Come a little lower, coming down into a low squat, malasana. Might sway a little side to side. We'll do that a couple more times. Straighten the legs, fold forward. Bend the knees, squat down. Last time, straighten the legs, fold forward. Then bend the knees, squat down. You might bring the palms in here to the heart. Thumbs in towards the sternum. And release that. Come back to your forward fold. Bring your hands up to your shins, halfway lift. Then hands come to the hips, come all the way up to standing. So walk yourself up to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up and back. Hinge from your hips, fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. If the fingertips don't touch the floor, hands to the shins. Right leg steps back. Bring the right knee down to the mat, and then we're just going to sway back and forth, in and out of that lunge. Getting a little deeper into the hips. Step back into your plank. Lower all the way down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, little baby cobra. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Peel yourself up. Start to stretch out your back, lengthen the front of the body. Exhale, lower down. Once more. And press the hips all the way back to your heels. Find your child's pose. You might find that little sway through the hips again, or gently rock your head back and forth. Round up to your tabletop. Move through a few rounds of cat-cow. On the inhale, arch your back. Exhale, curl it in. So you can keep going just like that, or inhale, cow pose. Exhale to your down dog. And keep going. Knees tap down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale to cat, rounding the back, or straightening the legs to down dog. Couple more. And if you're not already here, make your way up to down dog. Pedal out your feet. Get the circulation through the knuckles of the toes, your ankles, your legs, your hips. Stretch out your lower back. Then we'll do the other side. Step your right foot through, bring the left knee down, and just rock back and forth. Send the hips back, straighten the right leg. Rebend your right knee, come back to your lunge. Sinking your hips a little bit deeper this round. We'll step both feet up to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Hinge from your hips, fold forward. Inhale all the way up to standing. Take your arms side to side. A gentle twist for your back. Side to side. So let the pelvis, let the feet do whatever they need to do so that you stay comfortable here in your lower back, your SI joint. You might lift that back heel as you twist away from that side. And breathe, breathe. Back to center. Inhale, reach both arms up and back. Hinge from your hips, fold forward. Halfway lift. Step back with your left foot this time. Bring that left knee down to the mat. Reach your right arm up. Take a gentle twist to your right. You could keep that left knee down for support or tuck the toes, straighten the leg. Circle out your wrists, stretch out the webbing between your fingers. Take a few big circles with the whole arm. Stretch out your shoulder. Then right hand down, step back to your plank. Lower all the way to the floor, knees, chest, chin. Interlace your fingers behind your back this time. And on your inhale, peel up. Lift your hands, pull back through the arms a little more. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Keep pressing down through the tops of the feet here. Lift your chest a little higher. Exhale, lower. Once more. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms. In this last round, we'll lift the feet and the thighs as well. Release. Press hips to the heels, child's pose. Round up to your tabletop. Inhale, cow pose, arch your back. Exhale to your down dog. Other side, left foot steps through. Right knee down. Start in your lunge and then take the twist to the left. Maybe you straighten that right leg. Stretch out the webbing of the left fingers, the wrist. Take a few big circles with your arm. Working out any of the kinks or tight spots in the body. Then we'll step all the way through and come down to seated on your mat. So we'll bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. Bring your hands behind you for support. And then start to bend that left knee, bringing the left foot closer to you on the floor and the right leg closer to your chest. Stretch out the right hip, the right glute. So bring the foot in as close as is comfortable for you. Try not to collapse your back here. Collapse the chest. Keep your chest lifted. And if you're still not feeling much, you might cradle the leg and draw it all the way into the chest. Give it a little swing side to side. So any variation of pigeon pose here, this is a seated variation, usually feels great on the body after you've been traveling and sitting a lot. And then other side, we'll switch the legs and come through a little bit of a twist. Left leg straight, right knee bent, step that foot to the outside. Right hand behind you, reach the left arm up, twist to your right. So you could cradle the leg with your arm. You could hook your elbow outside the knee. And with each inhale, lift your chest up, really sit up nice and tall. And on the exhales, maybe you twist a little further. And release back to center. Switch your legs, right leg out this time. Left knee bent, stack the ankle on top of the thigh. Hands behind you for support to keep a nice tall spine and the chest lifted. And then start to bring that right foot in closer to you on the mat. Closer, 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 just till you feel you're getting into your left hip, your left glute. You could cradle that leg, hug it in even closer. Give it a little rock side to side. And we'll release that. Straighten that right leg back out. Step your left foot to the outside of your right knee. Left hand behind you. Reach the right arm up and twist to your left. Inhale, lift the chest, back of the neck, crown of the head, sit up a little taller. Release back to center. So we'll stay seated on the floor here. Cross the legs. If that's uncomfortable, you can keep the legs straight. And we'll take a little bit of a side bend. So right hand down to the mat. Inhale the left arm up. Maybe you take the gaze up. If that creates strain in your neck, just keep looking straight ahead or even down at the floor. And bring it back to center. Switch sides, moving with your breath. A couple more times to each side, moving at your own pace. And back to center. Hands come to the floor in front of you. Walk the hands out away. Fold forward. Walk your hands back in. Uncross your legs, come all the way down onto your mat. Hug both knees into your chest, rock them a little side to side. Keeping your knees bent, bring your feet back to the floor. Keep your feet about hip width distance. Press your arms and your hands down into the mat. Lift your hips up. We'll do a few more rounds. Hips down. You could repeat that or add the arms this time. Inhale, lift the hips. Lift your arms up and lower. Exhale, lower. Keep going. Three more at your own pace. Inhale, lift the hips, sweep the arms back. Exhale to lower. Hug the knees back in. Take the legs straight up in the air. Circle around your ankles. Reach your arms up in the air, circle around your wrists. A few big circles going in both directions. Then you can put a little bit of a bend in your knees. Hold on to the back of the calves and start to draw the legs in a little closer to you. And if you're really comfortable here, you might be able to catch the big toes, straighten the legs, and draw the shins closer to your face. Release. Bend the knees, catch the ankles or the outer edges of your feet for happy baby. You can find a little rock side to side. You might bend and straighten one leg at a time here. Soles of the feet come together. Relax your legs all the way down on the mat. A little bit more hip opening here at the end. You could take the arms alongside of you. If you're really open in the shoulders, you might reach the arms up and over your head, making that goalpost shape, or same diamond shape that the legs are in. Bring your hands to the outside of the legs, draw the knees back together and into your chest one last time. Give yourself a big squeeze. And release. So you could stay on the floor, relaxed for a few minutes, or bring yourself up to seated. Take just a couple calm breaths with a nice tall spine. I hope you're feeling grounded, relaxed, a little more open and comfortable in your body and ready for your day. Have a great one.